subscribe? Darling Radio. Why you subscribe?
All right. Who is this? Pan-African Affairs. Let's get Pan-African Affairs in here. All right.
What's up?
What's up, Pan-African Affairs?
How you doing, my man?
I am good. You sound like you're gonna be on some bullshit. Where you from? Where you from? You sound. I can already hear.
I'm from Nah, brother. Trust me, I'll be cool.
Oh, okay, because I'm about to get on your ass with that accent already. You from Nigeria? You from Nigeria?
Of course.
All right. So what's on your mind?
Now I'm just wondering if initially, when you did 1804, and then when you went to Africa, you were Pan-African. So I'm just wondering what changed.
What's a Pan-African? What's a Pan-African?
Unity and empowerment of all people of African descent.
Okay. I still do that now. I want people from Africa to be empowered. Right?
So why are they Egusi babbling talk? Why are the hate? Why are the discrimination?
Because listen what I'm saying.
Talk to me.
Listen what I'm saying.
Because let me just say this one thing: we all have the same oppressor. The same whitey supremacist is attacking us from all angles. But here we go, trying to down each other. Trying to create this division that is fracturing the community, the Black community across the diaspora. And when we start doing that, when something happens, we're not going to support one another. That unity and empowerment is not going to take place.
Okay. There's a common lie with a lot of these folks. They're like, well, you used to be Pan-African.
Nah, brother. You've been bigging up I've seen you. I've been following you.
Okay. Bigging up Africa. Okay, saying I'm a Pan-African.
But I'm talking about Haiti. He did a whole documentary on Haiti.
But does that make me Pan-African? Is basically people denouncing America, talking about we all
no,
need Africa.
No,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Not brother.
That is what it is. Pan-African is denouncing America, and everybody talking about going to Africa. That's really what it is, and I ain't never been that. Let's stop that. I ain't never been that. I've always bigged up Africa because I ain't got a problem with Africa. I ain't got a problem with them now. I don't have a problem with the Caribbeans. I did the movie. I did a movie 1804 talking about the Haitian Revolution. That was some gangster shit. I loved it. I got respect for it. They teach my movies in schools over there, even down in little Haiti in Miami, all over. I still got respect for them. I don't disrespect nobody. Y'all equate us loving ourselves with hating you. That's very exploitive.
I want you to love yourself as much as you
want
to.
But slow down.
But remember, Malcolm X, MLK, Kwame Nkrumah, WD, all these people were trying to work together. And what happened was the YT folks unalived all those organizations. They used COINTELPRO. They unalived the Black Panther Party, for the Black Nationalist Party, Black Panther.
We already know. So you okay?
I know, but
y'all stop it. Y'all not telling us something we don't know. We know this. You're not telling us anything we don't know. We know this. The problem is when y'all come over here, y'all ain't really trying to stomp the yard with us. It's too many of y'all coming over here on that stay away from the Akata, stay away from the lazy Jairs. Too many of y'all coming over here on the bullshit.
Tariq,
and y'all getting called out for no.
2 million.
No. Don't talk about the government because y'all start blaming the white man made me hate you. Y'all start lying, talking about the white man when y'all immigrated here. The white man made y'all watch a movie about us and all that. Did you hear that lie?
That's not what I said. What I said was, there's only 2 million Africans in America. There's 48 million of y'all. Whenever we try to unite and build unity,
how have you tried to build unity and unite with us?
During the BLM march, Nigerian lawyers lawyered up almost all the people that were protesting.
Because y'all finessed it to go for immigration policies. Yeah, those Nigerian lawyers came through and went from Black Lives Matter to Immigrants Matter, and y'all used our momentum to start getting stuff for the damn immigrants. Yeah. That ain't no unity. That was exploitation. And then they put some of those non-FBA women talking about they're the leaders of Black Lives Matter. Many of them were non-FBA. They ran out here talking about LGBT and immigration issues. So they were finessing our movement, sir.
We were in New York, in LA, in Georgia. We're building in Texas. We're building black businesses. We have African Americans in our businesses. We support Black Americans all day, every day. We don't create all these stores that sell vapes. That destroy the black community. We don't do that. You're not gonna find one African that owns a business like that sell smogs that sells smogs to the BLK community. We're not into all that. We build those
Dude,
businesses
bro.
that supports Black Americans.
But sir, you do that by default. But yeah, let's not talk about the scams. There's a lot of scams that go on with a lot of folks who come over here. If we're gonna be honest, not all of you.
Everybody scams, bro.
Oh no, no, we don't scam
Come
like
on,
that.
Tariq.
Y'all have whole no, no,
Everybody.
no, no,
Come
no,
on,
no, no.
Tariq.
Oh
Indian
Lord,
scam,
no,
Chinese scam.
oh no, no, no. Y'all have whole scamming networks. All right, let's not play that game. Y'all have.
He told me not to be on no bullshit. I'm not on no bullshit. I'm trying to have a decent conversation with you, my brother.
Yeah, everybody don't scam. We ain't got them big old scamming networks like y'all be having, sir. All right. All that COVID money y'all scammed, all our tax dollars. Every time I turn around, they're arresting some Nigerian who done scammed all the COVID money. All right.
So
Come on.
how do we have a unified force to
Sir,
live?
here's the problem. How come you
Talk to
ain't
me.
unified in Nigeria? Y'all not
We
even unified there.
How you figure?
What you mean how I figure? Y'all know y'all beating each other brains out over there now?
Brother, how you gonna say that? Have you been to
Am I
Lagos?
what you mean I'm gonna say that?
You been to
What, are you
Lagos?
insane?
Have you been to Lagos?
Have y'all seen what's going on over there now? These people are slaughtering each other over there right now, based on tribal and religious beefs in
Now you're
Nigeria right now.
now you're lying. Now you're
I'm
lying.
lying?
Now you're lying.
Y'all not
We're not slaughtering each other up.
in Nigeria? You're not?
If you're talking about T groups, then you're talking about something different. But you're not talking about
Really?
you're talking about tribes, then you're lying. But if you're talking about T groups, then I can agree with you.
Dude,
Come on now, you lying.
are
You
you
know
gonna
you're
sit here
lying.
and tell that lie?
Yeah, I am, because it's a
Oh,
lie.
okay. Y'all just Google that.
Yeah, Google it. Google
Yeah,
it.
they over there getting people, taking them to the jungle and shooting them. There's all types of conflict going on over there right now in his homeland. Come on, y'all not gonna come in here lying. How come we're not together? Y'all slaughtering each other over there. Don't come to us with all that together talk. Well, if y'all so together, what the hell y'all got all them tribes for? If you so together, why do you have all of them damn tribes? Shout out to everybody in here. We're in here deep. Much respect to everybody. Love it. We got it popping in here. Everybody follow me, by the way. If you ain't following me, y'all follow me here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all follow me here if you're not following me. Oh, goodness. Goodness. All right. All right. Somebody said the Igbo eating a Fulani. Hey, dude, it's all over the place. Yeah, don't come here with all that. Yeah, we're not going to have bad faith arguments here. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Shout out to everybody for the gifts here. All right. What's that? Somebody said tribes. What do you say? Tribes are identity. Slavery robbed us. No. We got our identity. No. Foundational Black Americans. So they've been running a con game. We don't know who we are. We know who we are. We know exactly who we are. We've been here long enough. We're the culture of this country. Foundational Black Americans are the culture of this nation. Everything culturally significant of America comes from foundational Black Americans. We know exactly who we are. We're not no lost generic Africans. We've been here longer than a lot of these new African nation states have existed. We've been here longer. Let's be real. All right? Man, who is that? Maceo? Okay, yeah. You tether lying. What are you talking about? Y'all tethers are just saying shit. That's what we call say shitism. You're just saying stuff. You're being sassy and gossipy, just saying stuff. We don't do that, sir. We bring scholarship and truth to power here. All right, y'all raise your hand, get on that here. The phone lines are wide open. So yeah, let me see who wants to get up here. All right. Who should I bring up? There's so many people trying to get on here. All right. Let me try to get some new people up here. Let me see. Where am I? I'm trying to see. Let's get FBA fly something. Somebody FBA fly something.
Yay, my time. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hey, Tariq. Thank you for joining us. I have a lot to say. I've
Mm-hmm.
been waiting now patiently, and we're gonna go back to the Zulu tribe.
Yes.
Okay, Zulu people, you lied and say you can trace yourself when you see the last names written. How the hell you can do that when the Europeans taught you how to write in the Latin alphabets? Y'all didn't even have no
Mm.
alphabets of your own that y'all created. You
Mm.
said something, Tariq?
No, go ahead,
You
sis. Go
know
ahead.
how and then we talking about the Berlin Conference, descendants of the Berlin Conference. They wanted to say we have our white slave master's name, but y'all didn't even get last names to the 19th century. I mean
Right.
to the 20th century. Let me get that correct. When the Europeans who fed you taught you how to write alphabets, A, B, C, and D is Latin alphabets. Y'all history come orally. It don't come written. Y'all have not yet in the 21st century created an alphabet for y'all can know who your ancestors is. What was y'all writing down to see if Zulu? Zulu, you want to talk about the Zulu tribe? They lost the war. They didn't win.
Mm.
So you want to come over here and be disrespectful. But what was you before you was African? And what was your identity before the Berlin Conference? Who was involved in the Berlin Conference, by the way? Y'all don't even have an identity 140 years ago.
Mm.
Y'all want to fly these third world country flags? You can't even trade in these third world country flags. You come to the United States because of people who paved the way. You forget that the United States, when y'all asking all these stupid ass questions to Tariq, you forget that we had the freemen. The freemen in the United States traveled to Africa to help y'all third world countries out. Henry Shepherd, y'all was over there getting in Congo by King Leopold getting y'all arms and legs chopped off if it wasn't for a free black American who was never enslaved to report that y'all was missing y'all limbs. What the hell y'all done since y'all been over here
Mm.
after 1965? Nothing. Y'all
Mm.
don't care about being a buffer class. Y'all not the majority black Americans with business in the United States. Y'all not the majority of black Americans with college degrees. I live in Houston, Texas. You're not the majority of black people who own homes in Houston, Texas. We have historically Freeman Town and Frenchman Town. So no, we have our own diaspora, and it don't include you black or you melanated immigrants that immigrated over here. We have to learn about each other. Props to your museum in LA. We need to plan on going FBAs on TikTok. Anywho, y'all been
Respect.
coming up here harassing this man, and y'all know I don't like that. So I'm gonna cut y'all out. I'm not gonna cut y'all out on here, but Tariq, in all honesty, we don't allow them. My page is not a UN because they don't even know who Ralph Boucher is. He was the first Negro to win the Nobel Peace Prize. They can't even tell you who's George Edwin Taylor is. They can't tell you nothing. They can't even give you their own identity, who they self was after the Berlin Conference or who they self was before the Berlin Conference. Y'all know the question that we got going on. How you identify before those people told you who you was?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, Nigeria, come on. Y'all wasn't even Nigeria 129 years ago.
Mm-hmm. There it is. There it is. Thank you so much, beloved. Very good
Thank you.
information. Pistol Pen. Hop on Pistol Pen.
Peace, peace, peace. So I'm coming from the American Indian side. Shout out to all the FBAs. We fuck with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfie just ate down to the Africans.
Yes, he
I'd rather
did.
talk about the future. I hope you know when the next census come out for 2030 that they plan on adding Nigerians, Ethiopians, Somalians, Jamaicans, and Haitians under the category as Black American and African American, which will give them the leeway to call themselves African American and Black American. And so
Mm-hmm.
I came up with a census. So we as a whole can take Black and African American off and maybe replace it with Sulani, maybe place it with something else that we can agree on. But it has to come off because if it doesn't, they will be included with us. And they're already calling our ancestors their ancestors. I know you seen that video where that lady was talking about Harriet Tubman and she's a whole Ugandan. And then we
Right.
have and then we have the AU6. I'm pretty sure you're aware of the AU6 where Queen Blessing Itawa is over it and AU6 is supposed to represent us and she calls herself a Nigerian African American.
Oh Lord.
So we have a petition and I will be putting a link in the chat if that's okay with you. But I talked to the Sulani creators, the guys, and I'm pretty sure you know them too.
Oh yeah.
And
Those are my brothers.
Yes, and they said that it's okay for me to put Sulani on the petition because we have to get that off the census. So what you think?
Yeah. I definitely agree that we need to have our own designation specific to our lineage because they are trying to cosplay, they're trying to flip and remix. So I'm down for that. You use Foundational Black Americans, Sulani, Freedmen. I'm with anything that specifies non-immigrant background. Anything that specifies that for us, I'm with that. All right. Oh man. Okay. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to everybody in here, ladies and gentlemen. Respect to the family. We got a lot of folks in here, fam. We got a lot of people in here. All right, should I get one more? 'Cause I'm enjoying the space here. Who is this? Who's on? Somebody said, "Well, Tariq is COINTELPRO." For who? Aren't you a tether? All right. Who you got the COINTELPRO against? You ain't got nothing to COINTELPRO against. What the hell are you talking about? Others just be saying stuff. You're trying to undermine us. Well, what am I trying? I'm trying to steal your hut. What are you talking about? You ain't got nothing to COINTELPRO against. All right. Y'all have delusions of grandeur. Y'all stop that. All right, y'all get off that. The white man turned you against us. Divide and conquer. Okay, we're not together on anything for anybody to infiltrate. I really wish y'all get off that. Y'all ain't building nothing with us that needs to be divided. All y'all do is come over here and leech off us. You ain't got nothing. Y'all stop saying that. You ain't that important. All right? Y'all got some real delusions of damn grandeur. You ain't got nothing to infiltrate. You ain't building nothing with us. You ain't got nothing at home. So what needs to be infiltrated? You already got infiltrated by hunger. Let me get some more people in here. All right. Let me get some more folks in here. All right. Let's do that. All right. Because I'm wide open right here. Let's get what's your name? I don't even know what your name is, brother, but you got a very colorful flag. What country is that from, sir?
That should be a geography teacher thing you should be asking. But I came to speak on the thing.
Okay, hold on, brother. Where are you from, man? Where the hell is that flag from?
That's Uganda. I don't know where you geography teacher did work do.
I'm not familiar with
But
the flag, dude. I don't. That's why I
okay.
asked, sir.
Okay.
Okay, calm down. Calm down. Shit, brother. The flag is yellow and red and black, and it got a piece of bush meat in the middle. I've never seen that shit. So yeah, I'm going to ask a
That's
question. Don't get
Narako.
offended.
You thought that was gonna be pig intestine? We
All
don't
right,
eat
but
pig
don't get
intestine in
offended, brother.
Uganda.
I'm not familiar with the flag. That's why I asked. Calm down, dude.
Yeah, in Uganda we don't eat pig intestine, but But the thing is, I can speak on the thing when you say FBA is a lineage, but you create that thing last year. You just told out the story how you came up with the creation, how you thought about creating it, and then you
Dude,
clamped it on the people, and then
you
you
can't.
enforcing people to
Who the
claim
hell are
some.
you to try to define our lineage? And you sitting over there in the village eating some ostrich egg omelets. How you gonna define our lineage? And you ain't even over here. You ain't got nothing to do with us. You can't define who the hell we are. You can't define us, sir. You're not going to disrespect our lineage by trying to come in here and colonize what we call
Well,
ourselves.
that's not a
You
that's
come
not even
from,
a
sir. You
lineage.
come from
FBA is
abject
a term.
poverty. You come from poverty and deprivation. You can't speak on us. You gotta get yourself together.
Plantation, my guy.
Yeah, you are. Are you in the
That,
UK somewhere? Are you in the UK?
don't worry where I'm on.
Yeah, you had to flee. You fled from Uganda.
And your ancestors were fleeing. People
No,
here,
no, they're not. No, no, no.
yeah,
You hate. No,
yeah.
no, no. You don't tell us what the hell our lineage is.
Caribbean and Africa.
You don't tell us what our
Yeah.
lineage is.
When the USA
Yeah.
was not right, they were fleeing. The people
No, no.
fled.
You were, sir.
Yes.
Y'all been
Talk
fleeing.
about flay. You talk about flay. People were
No, I'm
fleeing.
talking
Black
about you
Americans were
fleeing.
fleeing.
Yeah, you
All
were fleeing. You from Uganda, sir. You come from a lineage of buck breaking. Y'all got buck broken by the Arabs over there, sir.
you come from a lineage of
No, no, no,
watering
no. Come on, no. Let's
crops.
talk about your
You
history.
the
Let's talk about your history. Yeah, about
system of the
no, no,
USA.
no, 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 sir.
Talk about
No, because y'all used to be the kingdom of Buganda. All right, y'all
used
were
to
the
be the
kingdom,
kingdom
right?
of
Am I telling the
cage.
truth? No,
And you
no,
be you.
no. No, stop. Don't talk over me. Were you not the kingdom of Buganda at first, right?
The different kingdoms, my guy.
No,
So
it's the same area. It's the same area, ain't it?
history class, if you try and talk about history,
No, no, no.
you're
What it
still in
was the
history
kingdom of
class.
Buganda. No, there was a name change. They took the B off, but it was the kingdom of Buganda in the same area, wasn't it?
Buganda is still a kingdom, it's still standing.
Yeah, but it's in that
And
same area,
Bissau.
ain't it? It's in the same area, ain't it?
It's gonna be the same area where he was never been.
You know, no, I know that. I know about your history though.
No, you
And
don't know nothing. You
who are the
just Google
Ugandan
stuff.
martyrs? Who
You
are the
just you
Ugandan
just
martyrs? Who are the
Google
Ugandan
stuff and run
martyrs?
with it and then
Okay,
throw
no,
on
no,
TikTok
no.
like
Who are
like
the
a
Ugandan
girl.
martyrs? Who are
No,
the
don't worry
Ugandan?
about Uganda. We're
I
talking
know.
about
Yes, I do. I'm about to teach you about
FBA
your
cult,
history.
the anti-Africa cult in the
Who
USA.
were the
That's
Ugandan
envious to
martyrs?
the African people.
Okay, don't
Because
talk over me. Don't talk over me, Dudu Tunde. Who were the Ugandan martyrs?
over here, you're a grown man. Hold
Who
on your
were the
emotion.
Ugandan and you grown musty? You grown musty. Who were the Ugandan martyrs? Go.
Emotion. I'm not trying to deal with your
Who were the Ugandan
come
martyrs?
talk to me too.
You're not going to talk over me, Dudu Tunde. Who were the
I'm telling you,
Ugandan
guys, heal from
martyrs?
your trauma. That slavery trauma too much.
Slavery trauma.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all got colonized and remixed and got y'all asses whooped over there by
The,
the white
the,
folks.
the slavery
What you
trauma
talking
talking point.
about? Yeah,
That the
to the point where you had to flee. You got spanked so bad you had to flee to Europe.
the slavery trauma talking point, my guy.
No, 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 no. Trauma,
Hold
nothing. Y'all
emotion.
were over there
Have a
getting butt
conversation
broken.
like a man.
Oh, no, 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 no. Y'all got butt broken by the Arabs, and your king over there, the
I'm
king of
talking over
Buganda,
here.
the king of Buganda was a big old sassy punk who was
You
butt breaking people,
back broken T.
No, no, no. Y'all were over there. Yeah,
On
it
TikTok,
was
bro.
called Buganda, and the B was for bussy because that's what they were over there blowing out.
Where you're
All right.
getting you
So
take
you
this thing,
understand your
you trying to tell
history.
me
You
something.
come from
The
a
same
history
now
of
you still
punks.
standing go right now.
You come from
And
a
you
lineage
still
of
crying
okay.
like
Get
a
off my
dog.
phone.
You
You
only cry
babbling.
on
You
TikTok.
come from a lineage of punks. Y'all king over there, the king of y'all look up the king of Buganda. He was a big old sassy punk up there butt breaking other men. And the Ugandan martyrs were men who didn't want to get butt broken, so they ended up getting killed because they didn't want to get their bussy spread by the damn king over there. That's what he comes from. A kingdom of punks, booty warriors. You don't come telling us about our lineage, and you come from having your Bucci cat blown out by your king. The hell out of here. Y'all ain't about to tell us nothing about no history. Look that up. Don't tell. Hey, yo, Kota, you don't know your shut up. The hell out of here. You ain't telling us about our culture and you'd have been buck broken. Y'all claim the fame as a buck breaking over there. They're buck breaking each other. Boy, these people got a lot of nerve. You don't get to talk about anything in our lineage. You don't get to define nothing. You don't get to say nothing. Hell out of here. Goodness. Anyway, who is this lady here? Let's get this, some lady. I don't know what your name is, but I'm inviting you. I don't know what your name is, lady. I think I tried to invite you and it went away. All right. I don't know what that lady's name is. Okay, let's get Hunter. Who is Hunter? Let's get this Hunter person in here. Hunter, hop on in.
Terry, I just got a question. Do you not think you're just like Charlie Clerk? Instead of addressing Black American issues, you're deflecting it to Africans?
Black American
My
issues like
brother,
what?
respectfully,
Now, first of all, Hunter, where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta. The flags are
Not with
just
all
my
them flags.
roots.
Not with all them flags. And why you? Where you from, man?
I'm from Atlanta. The flags are my culture.
What's your culture?
Creole. I'm Creole. That's my
Go,
ethnicity. Of
go.
African, Spanish, and French descent.
What part of Africa?
West African.
Okay, French and Creole,
French and Spanish.
French and Spanish. So, okay, well, you're Colombian. Your family, where they immigrate? They
Nah,
immigrated from
my parents, we
Colombia.
had a whole culture that existed before the term African American
Okay,
existed.
right. But y'all immigrated here. Where did they immigrate from? Let's not play games. Where'd your family immigrate here from? That's not a trick question, brother.
I know. I'm just saying they immigrated from Europe and Africa.
No, sir. What part of Latin America did your family immigrate here from, sir?
First of all, Louisiana was different from the rest of the United States.
Sir,
We are part of the Spanish and French Empire.
what part of Latin America did your family immigrate here
I'm
from?
fifth generational, so my people been here.
What part did they immigrate from South America, sir?
They were already in Spain. They didn't immigrate.
Okay. The Spanish would have to immigrate here too at one point. What part
But you
did
didn't
your
even you didn't even answer
no,
my
sorry,
question.
because
Do you
see,
not think about Charlie
you're
Kirk?
not being honest about where y'all immigrated from. You've been dancing around it, sir. So you can't sit here
Damn.
and talk
They
about
don't
you
that's
can't
you
sit here
don't
and
even
talk
know
about
what
what
the
we're you can't
damn,
talk
you
about
won't
what I'm
tell me when
deflecting.
I
No,
know
no.
who the I am. My people been
Okay,
here.
you ain't about to crash out, Julio. Okay. That's what you're not gonna do. You ain't about to crash out because now you done got caught lying. You're an immigrant. You come from an immigrant background. And you're Hispanic, sir. All that French stuff. You're probably Mexican or something. You're Hispanic, sir. Let's stop that. And I'm looking at your picture. You look like a fat Rico Suave. So stop it. Let's stop all that bullshit. All right? This dude is an immigrant, comes from an immigrant background. All that horseshit and talking in circles. No, you're not going to do that. They say he's a Telemundo tether. Yeah, you're not going to do that. You're not going to come in here lying and then wagging your finger telling us what we should talk about and not talk about. No, this is our platform. This is our homeland. We can talk about whatever when it comes to our lineage. But yeah, you're not going to do that, though. You're not going to come in here lying and being evasive. Now, get your ass out of here. You're Hispanic. He's trying to dance around saying he's Hispanic. He's Hispanic. He's trying to dance around that. When they start talking about Spain, well, there's Spain and Creole and a little French, he's a Hispanic. That's what that is. He's Hispanic. All right. They'll try to play the African card when it's convenient. But yeah, on their paperwork is always Caucasian. Yeah. A lot of people see family because this movement, we got a big Renaissance movement. People are trying to backdoor their way into it. You see, there's a major push for these people to backdoor themselves into our lineage because we are gatekeeping the hell out of it. And they hate the fact that we're gatekeeping. And it's kicking them in the ass. They hate it. All right, let me get one more because I've been on here for a minute. Much respect. I love the conversation, man. This is good stuff. Let's get Black history in here. The Black history. This is one of these UK people. This looks like one of them UK pages. What's
Hello,
happening?
brother. Hello. I used to, well, not
I'm
used
good,
to.
Black history.
Hold on. I followed you on Instagram before,
Okay.
and yeah, like, I thought you was cool. I thought you was a bit funny and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I discovered on TikTok that you was the guy that coined the term for the FBAs, so-called FBAs
Yes.
and whatnot. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know that you was the god of FBAs and people out here
The
being
God,
pretenders and whatnot.
the God of FBAs.
Well, yeah, they look up to you as a genius.
Okay. Are you the God of mustiness? Because Musty looks up to you too.
Okay, fine.
All right. Are you the
I
God of
wanted to
must?
know,
Are you the
like,
musty king?
let me ask you something. Why did you deflect from that guy?
Or why are you deflecting from being a musty fleeing tether?
I mean, I think what you should do is just address the real.
I think you should go back to your homeland and
Why
make sure
did you
that's good and
deflect
stop
from what he
and,
was
and stop
saying?
worrying about FBA business. I think you should do that. Why don't you do that? Why are you up in FBA
Why are you
business?
crashing
And,
out,
and
first
you're
and
in the
foremost?
UK. You're not
Why are
even
you
over here.
crashing out?
Sir, you're
Tariq,
crashing
chill.
out. You call me.
Tariq, don't crash out.
Sir,
Just
you
stay
call
with
me
me.
lying. You call me lying,
Stay with
sir.
me.
No. You call me lying. See that? We don't do all that lying and scamming. You do that in your homeland, sir. We don't do that. You called up
Then
lying.
stay
So
with
every
me.
time,
Why are
no,
you
no, no, no,
crashing
no,
out?
no, 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 no.
Have
You
I
called up
offended you?
lying. You called up lying, talking in bad faith, or you're the God of FBAs. So when you come up lying, you've nullified everything else. Everything
Well,
else
I
is
didn't mean to
nullified.
offend you, Tariq. I didn't know
You're
you
not
was.
offending me, sir.
I
You're a
didn't know
musty
you was that
fleeing tether.
gentle.
I'm not offended
I
by
didn't know
that.
you was that gentle.
You're the
Okay.
only thing. The thing that's gentle is your hairline, and you need to brush it, sir. And
You haven't
you
even
coming
seen
here
me.
lying.
I got
Sir. You're
more hair
coming
than
here
you,
lying,
Tariq.
and we don't have that. You're not going to
Tariq,
come in here lying,
I've got more hair
arguing
than.
in bad faith. Because,
I
sir,
promise you, I've
all
got
of
more hair
that
than
bad
you.
faith, trolling means that you're upset because you can't tether on to us, sir.
You're very
Just say
touchy.
that.
You're very touchy. All right, let's just have the conversation. Let's move away from the cussing. I get it.
No, no, sir, because
Okay.
now what I'm not going to, no, because you're not having a conversation. You're whining to another man. I'm not here to
Do
hear
you feel
tether whining.
threatened, Tariq? Do you
You're,
feel threatened?
no, by must, yeah, I don't want to get your mustangs on me, but I'm not going to have somebody whining to me.
Is that the
I
best you
don't, I
got?
don't, I don't let
Is
men
that
whine
all
because
you
now
know
you're
about?
whining.
Is
Why
that
are
all
you
you know
whining to
about
another man?
FBA history? Is that all you
Why are
know?
you whining to another
Some
man in line? You're whining. Now you're just whining.
passwords that your YT masters taught you. Is that all
I
you
didn't
know?
say I didn't use one cuss word towards you, sir.
Okay.
But you're using must words to me because you're musty and you're musty and lying, sir. I
All
didn't
right.
use cuss words, but you use
Let's
must
get
words.
to.
So why are you
Let
lying?
me
So let's
ask you
get to the
about
facts.
what
So
you
why are you
termed
upset that we delineated from
let,
you?
delineated.
Yes,
Do you
why are
think
you upset because foundational
do
black
you think you're
Americans are
not
delineated?
African? Do you think you're not African?
And what part of Africa are welcome to? What African homeland do we have?
So that's the okay. That's the problem. You just don't feel welcome enough.
What you mean
Why didn't you
welcome
just
enough?
say that?
What part of Africa are we from?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean? You're from Western Central Africa.
Where?
Again, well, that would be regions like
Okay,
Ghana,
so you're just giving us a
Nigeria.
generic designation?
Say that again.
So you're trying to give us a generic designation?
I don't need to give you, but your haplogroup gives you that. Your
Okay, haplogroup don't
E1B1A.
mean anything.
Your
Haplogroup
haplogroup is
don't that no
E1B1A.
haplogroup no
Ties you
that
to
don't mean
West and
anything.
Central Africa, Tariq.
Everybody's from that part.
Yeah, and your haplogroup is
The
also
yeah,
L2A, and L1.
sir, most people
Western
on the
Central
planet
Africa,
comes from
Tariq.
Africa somewhere. Everybody comes from Africa somewhere at one point. That's redundant, sir.
But we're not talking about out of Africa. That
Yes,
happened.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's over 70,000 years ago,
Yeah.
Tariq. You've
And
been
yeah,
in. You've
sir,
been Tariq. The
we've been here for
FBA has been in
centuries.
America, Tariq.
Centuries.
FBA has been
None
in
of those,
America for.
sir, where they got some of us from, those nations don't even exist anymore. So what are you talking about? Those nation states don't
What I'm trying
exist
to
no
say
more.
is the FBA has been in America for less than 1,000 years. You've been there for 524
Right,
years.
right. And those
You
ethnic,
haven't
those
delineated.
nation
Your
states don't exist no more.
haplogroup says you
Those
haven't delineated.
nation states don't exist no more, sir.
But
So
I'm
why are we?
saying
Why do you think we're going to claim some non-existent nation states that don't exist no more? We're not a part of those areas no more, sir. We had an ethnogenesis.
okay, let me respond to you now. I'm saying, but your haplogroup doesn't say you've delineated.
Haplogroup, SMAPLO That's just babble. That doesn't mean anything, sir. You're trying to sound deep and scientific. That's irrelevant
I
because
don't need to sound deep and
you're
scientific.
trying
Your
because you're not.
African root is deep in your
That's
blood.
not
Why do
deep.
I need
It's
to
not
sound
deep.
deep
You
and
think if you
scientific?
say the word haplogroup, that's going to make you sound
Oh
intelligent and
no, it
smart. You
doesn't need to
think
sound
no,
anything. It's just
it
science,
doesn't.
isn't
That's
it?
a deflection, sir. That's a
Basic science,
deflection. Yeah,
Tariq.
a lot of people have different. A lot of people have the
Basic
same
science.
haplogroups, but they're different ethnic groups. Like over there, some of those tribes, some of them have the same haplogroups, but they're different tribal groups with different cultures.
But it's basic science, something that other your FBA, fellows are not into. They're not into science because you're not into
You're
it.
not into science, sir. What you mean
I
we're
am.
not
I
into
just told you about your
science?
haplogroups, but it offended you when I brought it up.
Sir, you're just projecting. You're not offending anybody. You're just babbling and projecting a lot of
But your
stuff,
name
sir.
calling, Tariq, I haven't called you a single name yet.
Sir, yes, you did.
I
You
could
called up
say
talking
you're a
about I'm the
pretendian. I
god of
didn't want to
FBAs.
do that.
You called me, insulting me first. That's what you tethers do. Y'all do little slick shit, and then when you get checked, y'all try to act like musty Karens. Oh, you're beating your FBAs are beating me. You came in here disrespecting me by lying, sir. So you don't get to turn around and act like a little musty victim. You don't
All
do
right.
that. And now get off
All
my
right.
line
All right.
because we don't play that. You're not going to come in and disrespect and then get mad when you get checked. Y'all do that. Y'all have a habit. Y'all been disrespecting foundational Black Americans for decades. Let's be real. These people sit up here disrespecting foundational Black Americans, and we just didn't want to punch down because for a long time we saw how down bad they were. We're like, yeah, whatever. I ain't tripping on him. We saw all the little insults, but we saw how bad you were doing. We're like, okay, he'll be all right. I ain't even tripping. The problem is the people with this disposition, they start getting into political positions. We start getting the Barack Obamas, the head tether in charge. We start getting the Sheila Jackson Lees, who's Jamaican, and we start getting all of these non-FBAs in the Congressional Black Caucus and all these people who got in these political positions, and we started to see these people do things to undermine us as a lineage, but they empowered their fellow immigrants. So we said, hey, wait a minute, now this is going somewhere else. So now we got to check this stuff. And that's where we are now. Yeah? Come on now. You say, why didn't Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and Betty Lou Hamer not talk about delineating? Because we didn't have a bunch of tethers over here at the time. They didn't have to. We didn't have a bunch of these old undermining tethers over here. Y'all weren't over here like that, especially in the South. So we didn't have, that's why we were able to get on code the way we were. That's why we were able to get on code the way we were. We didn't have a bunch of these people coming in from these different lineages with a different disposition wanting to undermine us. We didn't have it at the time. That's why. You understand? We all knew how to be on code. Yeah? Man. So shout out to everybody in here. We're in here deep. All right. But yeah, y'all don't come in here lying. We ain't doing that. You don't come up here lying. You don't bring your ass up in here lying, trying to disrespect our lineage. Yeah, you ain't gonna redefine our lineage. Foundational Black American is a lineage, nothing more, nothing less. Ain't no leader, none of that stuff. And you ain't gonna redefine it and make it. You're not gonna make them an imaginary group and then try to assign us to an imaginary group. We don't do that. That's because that's them being disrespectful, because they can't tether and leech off of us that way. Okay, and the dude with the Bugandan flag, you can stop, all right? Because you ain't saying nothing. All right, you ain't saying nothing. So I already brought you up. We've already debunked your horse crap. All right. All right, let me get a couple of more folks in here. I'm gonna get off and then I'm gonna come back on a little bit later because I'm enjoying the vibes here. I'm enjoying the vibes. All right, let me get one more person in here. Who's this person with a? And I like to get people. If you have opposing views, I welcome everybody. I don't need an echo chamber. Yeah, I can hold my own. If we have opposing views, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Let's get on. What's your name? Somebody Kazi something. I don't know what this person's name is, but hold on. I tried to add him up and it didn't happen. I don't know what happened because there's so many people trying to get on, so I'm kind of having difficulty getting people up. But let me try it again. All right, y'all, bear with me. I'm trying to. Hold on. Oh, God damn. Let's get black issues in here. Because every time I try to add somebody, the room is so many people trying to get on and the buttons keep moving around. What's going on over there, brother? Brother, what kind of noise is that? Brother, you can't call me up and you bathe in your camel. Okay, you can wash your camel later, brother. Don't call me up. I don't want to hear that, sir. Okay, let's get somebody else. Africa is a force. Okay.
What's
Africa
up,
is a force.
man?
What's up, Africa is a force? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, you sound East African.
So I got a question. I got a question to you, man.
Okay, slow down because you already coming in aggressive.
No. We good. We're
Okay,
good.
what part of East Africa are you from?
Not East Africa.
What part?
So you've been watching this live, man. You playing these FBAs. You need to be, man. So you watch all.
What part of Africa are you from, dude? Stop all of that goosey babbling. What part of Africa are you from? Damn. What part of Africa are you from, brother? You going right into your horse crap. What part of Africa are you from? Come on, brother. Damiano, come on.
So
What
why are you
part of
scamming these people?
What part of
No,
Africa
don't
are you
worry
from?
about where I'm from. Just
Okay,
I'm asking you,
well, well,
why are you scamming these people?
Okay.
You know you.
Okay, so what you're not going to do, sir, you're not going to sit here projecting your scam mentality. You're not going to do that because now you're
Nah,
projecting.
you're not gonna do that, bro. You're not gonna play.
You're projecting because you come from a scam. Your culture is so scammy, you don't even want to name what it is. So you don't do that. You're not going to call up here projecting your scam mindset, sir. Now, why are you really mad? Why are you upset with Foundational Black Americans? Come Come on,
So no,
African.
no, 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 no. So yeah, you got a question, right? And I also have
Why are
to
you upset with
ask
us?
a
Because
question.
why are
So
you upset with us delineating from you?
why you scamming these people? FBAs, you know how ignorant you guys they are, but you
Oh,
keep on
oh, so
scamming
you're
them.
FBAs are ignorant, but you're the genius who had to flee from your failed
This
homeland.
is the same
You're the genius who had to flee from his failed homeland.
Black Lives
Huh?
Matter scam.
You're the genius who had to flee, but everybody else is dumb. Okay, explain.
You inventing another scam. This is the same as Black Lives Matter scam.
You just babbling, sir. You're just babbling.
You
Because
got
that's
another
what you
scam.
do. That's what you do. Y'all have scam degrees, scam diplomas. You go to the green card office scamming and lying. So yeah, all you're doing is projecting. You can't even name where you from, sir. So yeah, you're
All
not
right, we
y'all.
could talk.
Okay, get your scamming, projecting self out here. Y'all don't call up projecting your scam mindset onto us. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to project your little scammy mindset onto us. Family, y'all got to clean these TikTok streets up. All right, y'all got to clean these TikTok. It's running with must and goosey. All right, these people out here. He's Liberian. Okay, yeah. Y'all not gonna call up here with all these lies and projections, which is part of your culture. All right, come on now. Let's get this thing going. All right, let's see who else we got. All right, let's get, okay, I done had the dude from Buganda. I see, okay, I don't want to talk to him again. Okay, there's a lot of folks up here. All right, where we at? Okay. Chief Obi, did I have you up here before, Chief Obi? Did I have you up before? Because I saw your name somewhere.
Yeah, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Oh yeah, you got a meme of me. You got a negative meme of me. Okay, what's up? So you're not
Yeah. Good
you're
evening,
not
brother.
turning
How
in
are
and
you?
you're jealous of me. So why are you jealous of a man? That's not cool.
No, it's a couple of topics, brother, I wanted to speak on.
But why are you jealous of a man? What is that?
No. It's not you, brother.
Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah, so let's speak on the topic of fleeing, brother.
Yes, let's go.
All right, so what did Harriet Tubman do when she was running around with a pocket full of hush puppies, brother, slanging them left and right, ducking bloodhounds, brother? Was she not fleeing, brother?
Yeah, so she came back though. Y'all didn't.
No, she went all the way to Canada,
And
brother.
came back.
Canada, brother.
And came
She
back.
fled to a whole.
And came back. She left, got people to
She went.
freedom, came back, and they came back. You left and ain't never going back, sir. Sir, and speaking of hush puppies, nigga, you ate a real puppy and you put the bush meat in your
She was
luggage and went
throwing
to
hush
Europe.
puppies.
You put a real puppy, you put a pit bull puppy in
She was throwing hush
you
puppies.
put a pit bull puppy in your luggage and went to Europe. All right, get out of here. Don't you dare talk about Harriet Tubman. All right? Yeah, you over there using wild puppies for bush meat, and you fled and never went back. Harriet Tubman was a rider. Harriet Tubman was getting people to freedom and coming back. She lived and died on her homeland. She didn't sit up here fleeing and didn't come back. We made sure, and she was a part of the Civil War, the whole shebang. So we stood on justice. Everybody wasn't fleeing like you. That sister was a rider, and she stood on lineage business because a lot of these tethers try to say, well, Harriet Tubman was from the Akan tribe. Horse crap. Harriet Tubman did a speech when the American Colonization Society was trying to send everybody over there to Liberia and all that horse crap. She did a very famous speech that a lot of folks don't talk about. She said, hey, listen, they're trying to send some of us to Africa. We ain't going because we're too deeply rooted here and you can't pull us up. Y'all look up that quote from our good Queen Mother, Harriet Tubman. You understand? And shout out to the hush puppies. Yeah, hush puppies came from us killing bloodhounds. We came up with ways to kill bloodhound. Should I say that word on here? Because I got to watch what I say on here. I know there's a little TikTok language. You can't say certain words. So let me watch the language in here. All right, let me watch my language in here. I got to respect the TikTok joint here. All right. I got to respect it. Man. Oh, yeah, this dude. Yeah, our people, they knew this was our spot. We were standing on lineage business. How dare you even bring up Harriet Tubman? She ain't got nothing to do with what you doing. Harriet Tubman stayed on lineage business. That woman risked her life to stand up for justice for foundational Black Americans. and got people to freedom, and then made sure that we got our full rights as citizens by participating in the Civil War, acting as a spy and communicating with some of the Maroons who were in the Great Dismal Swamp. You don't get to speak on our great Queen Mother, Harriet Tubman, who's a foundational Black American icon. You don't get to do that. Yeah? Address my people who say they weren't real, get on, because they ain't my people nothing. Hold on, get on. Hold on, lady, get on and ask me that question. Get on. Somebody said address people who say she wasn't real. Address my people. What you mean my people? I ain't never said no horse crap like that. That's that Dane Calloway horse crap, which I vehemently disagree with that. I vehemently disagree with that BS narrative. That's that Dane Calloway horse crap. Don't put that on. Talking about my people. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all stop all of that make-believe groups in your mind where we all sitting in a room somewhere coming up with this horse crap. We ain't nobody on some of that stuff. Yeah, y'all sit up here, y'all listen to a bunch of trollish stuff, and then y'all try to bring that over here to us. Come on now. All right. Who is Dainty? Okay, I was trying to get up Dainty. Let's get Kimmy. All right. Okay, who's talking? Hold on, who's talking? Kimmy?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard a dude. Who is the dude?
No, there's no dude.
I could have swore I heard a dude.
No.
Okay. I'm not knocking your lifestyle. I mean, I don't know what gender you identify as. I'm not knocking, but it's okay. What's on your mind, ma'am, sir?
I'm gonna ignore the cheap shots because this is what you guys do. Very, very,
Family, did
very
y'all hear a dude?
anti-African.
Oh, no, it's not a cheap shot, but family, I
I
could have
have
sworn.
someone on the phone on my
Oh,
other phone.
okay, say that, ma'am. Can you say that? Okay, you got a dude on the phone. Okay, say that. I knew I heard a dude.
Okay, can we get to the point?
Okay, because now you about to. I can hear some trolling about to start. So what's up?
No one's trolling, but anyways, what I'm curious about is really not pertaining to Africans, but more so your mission as FBA, right? So you've claimed this lineage and whatnot, and I just want to know, like, what is your goal, or what things are you
What does that
doing
mean?
to actually
What does that mean?
uplift?
What's your goal as an East African? What's your goal?
I'm not an East African.
Ma'am, I can kind of hear your forehead a little bit.
No, I'm Nigerian.
Oh, okay. So what's your goal as a Nigerian?
I can't ask you a question?
Because it's the same question. Because your question doesn't make sense.
No, I'm asking you about the
What's
goals
your
of
goal
FBA.
as a Nigerian? What's your goal?
I'm asking you about FBA. You don't want to answer questions about FBA?
I'm answering it now because what you're asking me makes no sense. When does a lineage have a goal? Your lineage is your lineage.
Okay, I'll rephrase the question. Do you, Tariq Nasheed, have any goals for foundational Black Americans?
There's 43 million of us. So what is supposed to be the goal of 43 million people?
I'm not talking about foundational Black Americans. I'm talking about you, Tariq Nasheed.
Oh, my goal, I'm about to go to El Pollo Loco when I get off the phone. That's my goal.
So
what are you talking about?
that you spew online, you have no goals with it. This is just pointless. This is
What rhetoric?
just failed pimp babble. Let's talk about how you used to pimp out Black American women. Let's talk about that.
I had one hoe, and that was your mama.
You had one hoe? Really?
One hoe. Your mama.
Yeah, this man is a grifter.
Ma'am, I had one hoe. It was your mother. We made $8.
People, but
we made $8, and she ran off with it.
You're an anti.
Your mama ran off with the money.
Fraud. You're a
ma'am. No, ma'am. That's you. You had to go, ma'am. You had to do hand jobs to get a green card. You had to do a hand job for a green card, ma'am. No. You're not about to start trolling. No. You're not about to. No. You're not about to start trolling. Nope, y'all not about to start trolling and lying and projecting, ma'am. We know what you had to do to get a green card. Your hoeing is showing. We know what you had to do with that mouth. Y'all be hoeing it up. Don't project that stuff onto me. No, ma'am. That's a strange stuff for white men, or for whitey men, as y'all say on here. No. You don't project your little sluttiness onto me, ma'am. No. We don't get to do that. with your little musty self. Come on, what's our goal? We ain't got no goal. Our goal is our lineage. Our lineage is our lineage. Our goal ain't to flee. Yeah, y'all be over there busting it open for a green card. Yeah, they love projecting their little old weird sexual deviancy onto us. No, ma'am. Y'all be over there busting it out for the white tourist. That's you. That's y'all. Don't put that on us. Don't be lying on me. Don't do that. Man. Yes, indeed. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna come back on later. Let me run some errands. I got to go to El Pollo Loco. I'll be back a little bit later, guys. Much respect to everybody tuning in.